Around lunchtime on August 25th, 2012, a young woman named Grace was standing in a public restroom in front of the mirror in southern Iceland, applying makeup. Grace was in the middle of a solo bus trip across Iceland, and she was feeling kind of gross from all the travel. And today, they were at Eldgjá, which is the largest volcanic canyon in the world. So Grace finished putting on her eyeliner and put her hair up in a high ponytail, and then she changed her shirt, stuffing her old one back into her backpack. Grace got onto the bus, the driver stood up and announced to the bus that it was time to leave. But before they left, he did a head count, just to make sure nobody got left behind. The driver just announced that they couldn't go anywhere because somebody from their tour group was missing. So this area, Eldgjá, is very deep and it has steep walls on either side. And so if somebody was exploring this area on their own and somehow got lost in the process, this could become a very dangerous place for them very quickly. The police immediately sent out a search and rescue party. The first thing they did was interview the remaining tour group members. Some of the tour group members recalled seeing this young woman of Asian descent who was wearing dark clothes and was carrying a light-colored bag, who had left the bus at the beginning of lunch and had not returned. Now, Grace had not personally seen this young woman, but she, like basically everybody else on the tour, immediately volunteered to help with the search. After a few hours with no luck, officials sent in more rescuers and a helicopter. But despite this enormous effort, there still was no sign of the missing tourist. Finally, at around 3 a.m., Grace returned to the bus to get some sleep. Grace opened up her backpack, something inside of her bag caught her eye, and when she saw it, she froze, because suddenly she knew exactly where this missing woman was. First, the bus driver had made a mistake with his head count. Not the head count he had done that afternoon, but the one he had done earlier that day, before they drove to Eldgjá. He had accidentally counted one too many people on board the bus and not realized it. Then, that afternoon, he thought there was a missing person. Next, the description of the woman had only been half correct. So yes, there had been a young woman of Asian descent wearing a dark sweatshirt, carrying a light-colored bag. She had gotten off the bus, but she did get back on. Except that when she did, she looked different, and so nobody recognized her. And this was because this woman had gotten off the bus to go to the restroom to freshen up. She had put on makeup, she had put her hair up in a ponytail, and she had taken off her dark-colored sweatshirt. The object that Grace found in her backpack that made her realize that she knew exactly where this missing woman was her dark-colored sweatshirt inside of her light-colored backpack. And it was at that exact moment that Grace knew the person that she had spent the last 15 hours searching for was herself.